ahead and.
Okay. Several recent studies establish that most people would want to be informed if they had any serious medical condition. In each study, over 80% of the people surveyed indicated that they would want to be told.
All right, so what's our conclusion?
People would want to be informed if they had any serious medical condition.
Yep, and our support for that is that 80% of the people surveyed said that they would want to be told. All right, so we want to weaken this idea. So we are wanting to say that most people would not want to be informed. So if it weakens that, or if our answer does something to show us that people would not want to be informed, we get to cross it off, right?
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead and start with A.
Okay. In another recent study, most of the people surveyed indicated that they would not want to be told if they had a serious medical condition. That goes with the argument, so no.
Wait, so our argument is saying that people want to be told, and this one is saying
whoops, I read it wrong. Would not want to be told. Oops. That weakens it.
Excellent. So we get a
sorry. I read that. I thought that would. I saw that. I was like, wait, that goes with it. Sorry, I didn't see the not.
You're totally fine. All right, what about B?
People often do not indicate their true feelings when responding to surveys. That could work. I mean, that could.
Would that weaken it?
It would weaken it.
Yeah, because then it's like, we don't know how valid this survey is if people don't.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is really where that accept comes in, is like maybe B wouldn't be a great answer if this was just a weakening question, like B's not super strong, but since it's like a weaken accept, if it kind of like, if it does anything to weaken it, we get to cross it off. All right, what about C?
Some of the researchers conducting the studies had no background in medicine. That has nothing to do with anything.
Right, like maybe they're really good at researching, and one it's at least one researcher has no background in medicine. And do you have to have a background in medicine in order to research?
No.
I would not think so. So I like C, but let's go on to D.
Okay. Some questions asked in this studies suggested that reasonable people would want to be told if they had a serious medical condition. Reasonable. I feel like the reasonable people, that's like.
Would that weaken our conclusion?
No, I would think it would help it because it's going with it, because it's talking about strengthening it, right?
Well, we're trying to say that our conclusion is that most people would want to be told, and we want to weaken that.
Right.
And so what D is saying is some of the questions suggested that reasonable people would want to be told. So wouldn't that make it biased? Like if they're telling you this is what normal people want to be told, and then they ask you a question, do you want to be told? You're going to say yes, because you want to be thought of as a reasonable person, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And so that would be biased. So that's why that would weaken it.
Okay.
All right. And what about E?
The people surveyed in the studies were all young students in an introductory psychology course. That's still.
Does that weaken it?
No.
So are all young people in an introductory psychology course, is that a good sample size to then draw what most people would want?
No.
No, it's way too narrow, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like maybe like most young people would want to know, but maybe a lot of older people would not want to know. So we can't just take this and then generalize that that's what most people would want.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why E would weaken it. And that's why our answer is C.
Cool. Okay.